綺麗だろう。このおひなさん、じいちゃんたちが作ったんだぞ。
Floki from Vinland Saga.
なんでわっちゃん男の子のくせに女の子の人形好きなのよ。わっちゃんなんて大嫌い。
So 2 wins here. Firstly, it's for the background effects of dust floating through the room, very subtle but very nicely added. Secondly, it's for the clearly gorgeous animation. It's obvious there's a whole bunch of extra frames in play because even a single action like this is smooth as warm butter spread out over some delicious toast. Also, this was just a nice non-exposition way of letting us know about his passion as a child grown from his grandfather and how this memory still kind of haunts him, all without saying a word. I've had a really rough time lately with claims and YouTube bugs holding up my videos. Views were down, subs and revenue, so no BS, a subscribe would mean a great deal to me, and in return I promise to provide excellent content. Okay, so I rarely ever do this, probably less than 10 times in my career to date, but I'm giving this 2 max wins, and the reason is because on top of enjoying the song and the extremely nice and creative editing used throughout, I absolutely cannot ignore the dedication that must have gone into so many movement sequences, requiring an obscene amount of frames. I mean, just look at the final scene as they walk away. That's ridiculous and gets those wins.
若菜おめえ、ゆうべも遅くまでやってただろう。ちゃんと寝てるのか？
These guys are like the guys and gals over at Jobless Reincarnation. They fully animate him travelling through the room when they really didn't have to. Most others would have cut to up-close shots of them both. Likely smallest win of the video goes to moving the food inside the bowl for realism. That's such incredible precision, it's not even funny. Thank you so much for the hard work. Credit to the 2 main voice actors too. Neither of them has done much at all. They're both seemingly very new to the scene, but both do a cracking job. His reaction to this. Animating multiple characters moving within one scene. Giving credit to his flawed frame of mind by using this painful memory of his to drive the character at this point. That's 50% a plot twist win and at the same time 50% a gorgeous animation win. Wow!
ごめん、大丈夫？一応平気。ごめんね。
Kawaii. Yeah, you can probably fully remember what happens right there. Don't be cheeky, pun intended.
超オタクじゃん。ないわ。
おめえがねえわ。
What a really great and subtle way to have her immediately fly up in the viewer's estimations, showing the contrast between her happy-go-lucky normal self and then show this, thus demonstrating her deep love for games and of course cosplay. Cracking good voice acting! To demonstrate a really emotional and melancholy moment right there, merely with saddened words is incredible. Like, I felt that.
何？見たまんまなんだけど。掃除。トイレ行ってて遅れたけど、私今週掃除当番だし。
See, I like stuff like that. It's like opposites attract. But aside from that for a moment, you're seriously endearing her to us like crazy via little things like this. That's such clever building.
自分の気持ちは自分のために言わなきゃダメだよ。
That rocket, which is my visual representation of her character's likability in my mind, keeps getting more and more rocket fuel added as she drives home an important lesson to him, bringing him out of his comfort zone, starting a character arc in a really clever and organic way. Let's get more fuel!
ごめん、大丈夫。痛くな。
That Levi versus Kenny squad level link to the wall and her reaction! Brilliant!
すっごーい。五条くんミシンできる人なの？
は？
Very rare, but likely by the end of the series not to be rare, kawaii related win of kawaii-ness.
向こう向いててもらっていい？
はい。
I don't mind what's occurring during the course of this episode.
途中なんだけど、これ、どうかな？
I like it.
全然違くないですか。狙ってもここまで下手にできませんよ。
Aside from the brilliant joke there and her reaction, it's excellent to use this scene to begin to draw him out of his shell, as suddenly he talks with confidence since it's something he's passionate about and that he can now finally share with someone. Then you get that awesome apology to end with great voice acting. Yeah, obviously you know what happens, you cheeky so-and-sos. Goodness me.
大好きだから、なりたいの！お願い、五条くん！
Really enjoyed this moment because for me it spoke to my own life experiences with games. It's always hard to describe, but safe to say that it personally means an enormous amount to me. Specifically certain games and game characters which became intertwined with important moments in my life, and I'm sure that's the same for many of you. So many frames, are you mad? Well, that was a straight up lovely ED. I enjoyed the simple visuals, but for me the best part was the awesome and catchy song. Kind of reminded me of the sort of ED you'd randomly find after a weird episode of Bakemonogatari or something. Loved that!
主人公は学園長命令で地辱部に入るんだけど、そこで部員の女の子。
どうしよう。
I enjoyed the coincidental parallel happening here, talking about this humiliation subject whilst he still happens to be on his knees in front of her. That's clever stuff.
もしかしてからかわれているのか。
てかいつまでマジで聞いてんの？ネタなんだけど。
北川さんは1ミリもふざけてない。あの目は本気の目だ。
I swear stuff like this is so reminiscent of Love is War. It's brilliant.
その年齢制限があるんじゃないかって。
オッケー、問題なさそうだね。
I can really appreciate when anime use creative art style changes like right here. The king, of course, still being Mob Psycho 100, of which I've covered both seasons, by the by.
月曜からもやろ。
はい。じゃなくて。
お、絶対ここでしょ。
北川さん。
I don't mind where this is going. Quit being cheeky, you get the pun.
五条くん、ちょっと。
So naturally, in an anime like this, we're not witness to massive scale battles, no gorgeously detailed sword swinging motions, but sometimes there are times like this where bikinis make an appearance and so good does it look that it unlocks the maximum 2 wins award, and that's what's happening right here. This.
恥ずかしくないんですか。
え、何が？全然？何の音？
I must admit, another thing I really like about this scene is her genuine playfulness on display, mixed with her caring for when he bashed into the wall. In a scene where it's clear she holds all the power, it's really pleasant to see how she's reacting to things.
すぐ椅子持ってくるので。すみません。本当に。
して。
This entire flippin' futon scene and the accompanying chesticle measurement moment can grab a win on its way out the door, you feel me?
20センチ。その具体的な数字にただただ真っ白になってしまいました。
Credit to the music during this scene as well. It's light-hearted and simple in its premise, and in a way, it cuts through the tension in the room and makes it funny whilst also highlighting a bit of a slice of life vibe.
顔真っ赤ですよ。
嘘。
actually getting a chance to see her blush at something, showing again, like during win number 40, that whilst she's in control of the room, if only due to her control of her own emotions and her confidence and such, then she still has her own weak points, which allow for character building and for a relationship to continue to develop.
かもね。
Also, take a follow-up win for being pure enough to give us so much beautiful animation during this scene. It kind of reminds me of Violet Evergarden in that respect. Just so many frames.
まあ若菜も年頃だしな。こんな真剣な顔で。
なるほど。後ろはこうなっているのか。
メモ。
The taking the notes bit just nailed that scene for me, I swear.
ね、どう？今日ノリで髪巻いてきたんだけど。
はい。巻いてますね。
These bits have to be some of my favourite elements of Slice of Life. It's that first awkward bit between them as they learn to be more natural with one another. I just find that really appealing.
1000冊しかないんだけど。
北川さん、学校でも変わらず接してくれるんだな。
Yes, she is, and that's also a win-worthy part of the anime because it's quite different to normal.
五条くん？五条くん？五条くん？五条くん？五条くん？
Oh my word, that is brilliant. Having her get more and more wound up at not being able to find him. Well played, man.
遠慮しておきます。
え、ちょっと？五条くん？
せっかく誘ってもらったのにな。
The logical setup for this part of his arc, feeling ostracized by those who used to ignore him, being made to feel uncomfortable all the time now due to being thrust into the limelight all of a sudden.
すみません、北川さん。
謝るくらいだったら逃げんなっつうの。
北川さんが周りに俺と知り合いだと思われるんで。
は？何言ってんの？
お。
すでにあたしら友達じゃん。
Bless her heart. Her personality is really captivating in how she doesn't care what anyone else thinks. She's very simple-minded and pure in that respect, and I'm here for it. The fact that this is what the station actually looks like, pretty much.
これスカートがかなり広がってるじゃないですか。
うん。
中にボリュームのあるパニエを履いた方がいいと思うんです。
Taking the time and effort to actually draw all of this stuff out. Normally, as always, you know the drill. It'd be scribbles. But then you get to this anime, Jobless Reincarnation, Violet Evergarden, and they do things different.
ねえ、これとか良さげじゃん？
こっちの方がいいと思います。
え、なんで？
Finding a way in which to make this scene look both photorealistic and animated. It's very weird for my eyes and so well done.
五条くんがいてくれてマジ良かった。サンキュー。
からかわないでください。
声でかっ。
For the garter and for the laugh, you get a win, you sassy so-and-sos, you silly goose, you goose of silliness.
声が止まらなくなってしまってどうしたらいいのか
こいつ
わからないんです。
何言ってんの？私も焦った。勢いやばいよね。お前何笑ってんだよ。
That is one of the best moments so far, comedy-wise, I swear. That was incredibly well done.
あの日から俺にとって綺麗は特別なものに対する言葉になって心から思った時でないと言えないと言いますか。
They've certainly got away with building quite emotional scenes using purely excellent animation, cracking voice acting, and of course a little bit of soulful music to boot. That was nicely done.
五条くんが自分でそう決めたんならいいと思うけど。
Not walking on the spot.
なんていうか嬉しかったし、これいいよって勧めても実際プレイしてくれる人ってあんまいなくてさ。
Two wins here. Firstly, it's for their incredibly wholesome budding relationship being built. Secondly, it's for legit some of the best looking CGI cars I've ever seen.
ジリかそれとも本か。
This is pure gold from the old man, I swear!
じいちゃん。
Oh man, I've legit never laughed and felt so bad so close together. Hats off to them for realism right there. They could have continued the joke, but instead it went real, and I can appreciate that more than they know.
心配だよね。おじいちゃん早く良くなるといいね。
はい。
It's so hard to describe why I love scenes like this so much. I guess they feel more organic and real than other similar anime I've watched, and her concern just appeals to me.
言うて私
わ
基本一
忘れてた。そうだ、テストもあったんだ。
Perfectly introducing a stress element to the anime story at this stage.
ありがとうございます。
はいはい。では明日。
Weirdest win of the video goes to this ridiculously detailed phone. There's a pretty insane amount of detail going into this part of the anime. It's very precise, accurate, and I can always appreciate them taking the time to make the paperwork look real. Also, as always, animating a montage is always a win.
テスト終わったしおじいちゃんとこでゆっくりしてるパターンかな。五条くん大丈夫かな。
Linking into a previous win, they can have another one here for really driving home her genuine concern for her new friend and also his grandfather. That's incredibly wholesome. Yet another not walking on the spot.
頭痛い、気持ち悪い、吐きそう。
Oh, this painful demonstration of just how hard he's been working the past 2 weeks.
どうして俺はうまくできないんだろう。なんでこんなにダメなんだろう。俺は全部中途半端で。
Probably the single greatest example in recent memory of a character feeling emotions being displayed on screen. Those matched amazingly well, really making me feel for him on a deep level.
お客さんの笑った顔を見るとやっててよかったなーって思うしな。
Deciding to put this much detail into the book is a real nice added touch.
五条くんがいてくれてマジよかった。サンキュー。
Really wonderful moment as he uses his grandfather's words to motivate himself to make her smile through his work, in spite of feeling so exhausted that he feels physically sick. Speaks volumes about the lad, in all honesty. In an anime unlikely to score many scenery shot wins, I gotta give it up for a shot like this. Clearly a lot of effort went into it, and especially because it looks almost photorealistic.
私が今日のイベントに出ると思ったの？
違うんですか？
私服作るのにどれぐらい時間かかるか分かんなくて。
Oh well, this is awful, and at the same time a genuinely unexpected plot twist. He had bundles of time, and she never told him. Ah, this is terrible, but only because we saw how badly affected he was by the stress.
ごめん、私がちゃんと言わなかったから勘違いさせちゃったよね。
余裕あったんですね。ああ、よかった。
Ah man, he's happy and she's tearing up and it's brilliant. Talk about an anime growing on me super quick. This be rare.
ごめん、私全然気づいてあげられなくて。
See now, for me this kind of stuff is rare. The pretty and popular girl showing real emotions near enough right from the get-go. As I've said before, super endearing character.
でも五条くん疲れてるのに。
北川さんは雫たんになりたいんですよね。
めっちゃなりたい。
それなら来ましょうよ。
Then he, at the same time, also comes across as super endearing, as he lives up to his grandfather's and now his own belief that they do what they do to make others happy and smile. Love it.
できました。
Putting what can only be described as an insane amount of detail into tying up her hair.
北川さん？
これ彼女のとか？
違いますよ。今はひな人形にもまつげがついているものがあるので。
She cares if he has a girlfriend. I like where this is going. Go on, you two.
俺も将来そんなひな人形作れるようになれたらなって。
なれるよ。五条くんなら絶対なれるよ。
ありがとうございます。
Oh, this is so sweet and wholesome. So much joy. The first dress of my dressed-up darling. That's gotta equal an easy win.
五条くんすごい。マジで雫たんすぎない？
はい。マジで雫たんすぎてます。
Ah, then one more at the end for a lovely ending to episode 4.
待って、無理。最高すぎて無理なんだけど。マジ無理。
Really going all in on her happiness at that moment just really dials up the joy factor, no lie.
待って、今のなし。ブス。
That's brilliant, and it oddly feels genuine, like she really laughed. That was amazing.
無理無理無理笑うなんて無理すぎにやけちゃうに決まってんじゃんだって今相当嬉しさ半端ないし
Also, take another one here for really starting to break from the mold of similar anime, because normally the primary focus would be on, oh my god, there's a girl in my room, but here that's gone. It's all about the moment, what they're doing. I keep using the word, but it's very wholesome.
今のどうあれじゃない
はい、雫さんになりました。
Okay, I'm actually giving proper props here because it now really comes across like they are designing near-on photorealistic environments and they look amazing. What a mix of real life and anime!
やばいコスイベすっごい
Another props here too for the deep dive into cosplay. It's not my jam per se, but I've heard a great many people praise that element to the anime in the community tab when I announced this video, so I want to do you all a solid by winning it. Help your boy in return by subscribing?
いや、俺が場違いだからじゃないですかね。私服もこれだし。
何がダメ五条くんって感じでいいじゃん
Her putting him at ease all the time is such a great side element to the anime. She really compliments him. They fit so nicely together in so many ways. That's brilliant writing.
あ、ギリ入んないんでちょい寄ってください
はい。
ありがとうございますマジ嬉しいです
No nonsense, just a lovely scene between two strangers which meant a lot to her. This anime is great!
そうだ。もう約束は守ったから、北川さんとこうやって過ごすのは今日で終わりなんだ。
Introducing a mid-season moment of panic as he fears his time with her might be coming to an end. Pretty much the ideal place to have it occur. Yeah, you can't just go and put so many frames into a scene and not expect that you're going to get slapped with a win.
いなくなっちゃったかと思ってかなり焦ったあのね
Mutual love really seems to be blossoming and I'm over here just enjoying every single second of it.
私服脱げそう
なんですって。
That.
2枚重ねってすごい。
Naturally, I'm not showing it or Uncle YouTube would smack your boy, but yeah, he's right.
お姉さん大丈夫なんですか一応もう帰る感じなんですけど半端になっちゃって申し訳なかったんでじゃあ日陰で1枚だけはい
Just showing another side to her character in that she's kind and considerate of others by nature. She really is great!
次のコス何しよっか
え
次のコス
は
And there it is! In one fell swoop, she immediately dismisses his worries about this being the last time after what was a lovely scene of them thanking each other.
北川さん、とても綺麗でした。
That reaction! That was beautiful. It was like she was super taken aback and at the same time unable to comprehend how she was left alone at that comment since he fell asleep. Credit to the setup too, since he never uses the word flippantly to describe someone or something.
汗じみになってしまうので、衣装も手洗いしましょうか。あ、ウィッグの洗いすぎも良くないんですね。
Ah, this is amazing! Now she's seeing him in this way and getting all embarrassed.
じいちゃんお帰り。
お
お邪魔してます
I swear this is like going to super levels of comedy. Absolutely hats off to them for these scenes.
なんだそういうことだったのか
Also though, I get sad like every time afterwards because the anime doesn't do the comedy for comedy's sake. Like sadly he is legit getting hurt and that breaks my heart a little.
嘘好きてかかなり好き正気とりあえずおじいちゃんといるとめっちゃ喋る無理待って
Ah, this, all of this. She's proper in love. Get out of here.
どうしていいかわかんないんだけど
そうですね。せっかくですし。
いただきます
They have no right whatsoever to be designing food that looks this good.
かぼちゃもうま。
そりゃ大変だ。ちゃんとご飯食ってんのかい？
はい、これは納豆と冷凍チャーハンと冷凍唐揚げとウインナーご飯。
Take a fat win here, because if you boys and gals know me in this channel, you'll know I love scenes like this. Everyone relaxing and chatting around the table whilst they eat. I adore that. I don't know why. I'm a freak.
五条く
はい。
ん、また明日ね。
はい。
So many kawaii related frames of kawaii-ness.
やましいことかしちゃったりしてとか言ってみたり。
What a ridiculously forthright scene about personal emotions. I swear I can't quite put my finger on it, but my dress-up darling just does things a little different to normal.
桜の宮女子校の2年よ。
年上だったんだ。
何よ。
いえ、なんでも。
Okay, that makes me feel slightly better about what just occurred, but I'm the kind of lad who bases stuff on looks and not ages presented to me in the story. So it's better, but only a little bit. Still gets a win though.
手が止まるもの。不思議。
僕も綺麗で好きなんですよ。人形なんかも。
なんで私たちひな人形見てるの。
I thought that's where this was going to go, but I was thrown by her seemingly genuine interest in the dolls, but then they switched gears to this and do it damn near perfectly for a comedic effect.
肌半端な髪細っ。てかサジナだからジュジュなんですか？私がつけたんじゃ。ジュジュ様私のこと知っててくれたんですか？うっそ嬉しいんですけど。たまたま目に入っ。
That's the friggin' best!
目でかめっちゃ可愛い。聞きなさいよ。私に二階堂シオンのブラックリリーの衣装を作ってほしいの。シオンだ？
I think what I love about this as well is that normally it would be cliche that she'd walk in and see them together and freak out, but that's not even close to what went through her mind.
気高き百合の前に二度と立てないようにしてあげる。魔法少女。
Pretty much creating an anime within an anime right here.
咲夜くん挟んで修羅場レベルで超喧嘩すんの。でも咲夜くんは相馬お兄ちゃんとできてるからそもそも無理なわけじゃん。しかも相馬お兄ちゃんはお姉玉に片思いされてるし。
なるほど。
嫌な女じゃなかった。ごめんなゆるいね。何をですか？
Aww, bless her heart. What a sweet scene.
あなたたち付き合ってるんでしょ？
違います。あと俺お付き合いしたことないので。お付き合いが一匹。お付き合いが。
This anime just straight up makes me laugh way more often than expected.
私とレッツ合わせしませんか？いや。恋気味に拒否られたんだけど。
And then you go and give me one more before the end. I love you.
今から全部見るの？資料画像があればいいでしょう。
はい。俺も初めはそう思ってましたが。
I think one of the best side elements to this anime is how deeply they do throw into the subject they're discussing, from the game series to now the anime, and how everyone takes a serious interest. It just gives across a vibe of fleshing out the story.
前より良くなったな。
本当？
Very nice touch to my mind, also having him improving doing the main thing that he loves by doing the other work for Marin.
お待たせ。もう大丈夫。
はい。
Yeah. I'm gonna show this hoodie, but don't be silly, it's clearly for the first outfit.
微妙に散らかってるけど適当に座って。
失礼します。北川さんの部屋ですね。
ん？そうだよ。
This little back and forth is like the epitome of cute. Putting some genuine effort into your anime within your anime like a bunch of legends.
うっそ待って。めっちゃ楽しい。
Oh, you best believe that's game one.
やっちゃう？そんなんしたらやばくない？
I still can't put my finger on it, but it just feels different to normal. What is it?
美味しいです。
よかった。私も食べよう。
かわいい。
コスプレ用のテープを使って目の形を変えてるの。 例えば大きく見せたいなら目の上や
背景がキラキラしてて。
編集ソフトで加工してるのよ。肌をきれいにしたり目の色を変えたりも。
Just saying, if stuff like this is true, my god, there's way more to cosplaying than I ever thought.
ごめんなさい、この子緊張してて。いいね、真珠です。
Unexpected!
可愛い写真誰かに見てほしいって思ってお姉ちゃんにアカウント作っていいか相談したんです。
Well, that transition was stupidly well done.
いっぱいいいねしてもらえてたくさんの人がお姉ちゃんのことを褒めてくれたんです。
Also putting an incredible amount of detail into scenes like this. That's so rare, I'm not even sure I've ever seen anything close to it in recent memory.
手前をぼかして優しい雰囲気の写真が撮れたり、ダースピードを操作すれば散る花びらもブレずに写すこともできます。
My god, they don't half go into a lot of detail on pretty much everything. Hats off to them, I'm without a hat.
レンズ別売り
声でかっ。
Ah, they did this bit again!
いい感じなんだけど逆に暗くなりすぎたりしない？
Who would have seriously ever thought that an anime like this would have set designs rivaling anime like Demon Slayer and Violet Evergarden?
強くてキラキラしてかっこよくてフリフリの可愛い服を着てて。
I adore the notion that because this story doesn't contain battles, which is obviously natural, that they went all in on scenes like this, just kind of showing off how they can do them.
正直に言うと自分でも嫉妬したのには驚いたわ。でもどうでもいいものに嫉妬なんてしないでしょ。
このおひなさんじいちゃんたちが作ったんだぞ。
So there's two wins being issued out here. Firstly, it's for the backing music. It's lovely during this scene, and the music in general fits the scenes really nicely as a whole. Secondly, I'm just enjoying seeing what drives everyone else. It could have been kept between the two main characters, but instead we got this. What motivates her, why she wants him to make her dress, and so on.
大きくなったらおひな様作れるようになりたい。じいちゃんみたいになりたい。
バカなも練習すりゃじいちゃんみたいになれら。
His granddad gets his own standalone win. He's a lovely dude.
じいちゃん。
何何よ、なんで泣いてんのよ。なんなの、何なのよ。
That voice acting mixed with the anime fit together scarily well. That was insane.
期末終わったじゃん。
はい。
7月じゃん。夏じゃん。海行くべ。
She's just straight up brilliant. I love her.
海見ながらたっぴりたくない？もう一回撮られたらそん時でしょ。
It's so many frames, it's not even funny. What are you playing at?
風めっちゃ気持ちいいな。
Non-opportunistic wind cliche, meaning it didn't kick in right at an important moment, it's just doing its thing. Also have another one here for me just really enjoying this downtime moment between the two of them. It's lovely and one of my absolute favourite aspects of slice of life anime.
じゃあ私といろんなとこ行こうよ。もうすぐ夏休みじゃん。私めっちゃ誘うし、だから私と二人で。
いいんですか？よろしくお願いします。
No massive long explanation of this win. This just made me smile ear to ear.
私なんか喉乾いたな。お茶飲んでくる。勢いで二人でとか言って。やばいやばいもうやばい。めっちゃいいじゃん。
Yeah, the end of the episode can have one more as well. Again, just me smiling.
そっとしておいてください。
あれもしかして
Swimsuit shenanigans!
私ってブラックロベリオだっけ？違うわよ。ウィッグいい色ね。どこの？
Marin's outfit, that'll be all.
本当に嬉しそうね。めっちゃ上がってきた。
Attacking him in this cute way purely because she's overjoyed? Who comes up with this?
すみません。勘違いでした。忘れてください。失礼します。
Actually impressive weather effects.
変なコスして お姉ちゃんに嫌な思いさせたりしたら嫌われたらどうしようって怖くて。
It speaks volumes about the high-level writing and of course voice acting that they can make a scene about wanting to cosplay but not upset her sister via doing it into an actual emotional scene. In fact, they've done this about 3 times so far in total. I'll avoid showing it directly, but that's a first for me in an anime and absolutely hilarious. It's even got heat coming off of it.
ウィッグ買ってきました。乾さんのコスプレは秘密なので、カットは俺たちでしましょう。
They put so much detail into a scene that barely spends any time on screen. Dedication!
すごいわ、すごいじゃない。真珠だってわかるじゃん。ガチでそう。やばやばのやば。本物のそうなすぎ。
Their collective reactions.
本当に素敵よ、真珠。似合ってるわ。
Yet another cosplayer da!
肩はパッドをつけてもらいました。メス顔ちゃん。
メス？
はい。
Art style change! That's so awesome, and there's a nice degree of character progression somewhat in there too, since the first time she did it in his room and she's goofing around, and now she's able to do this professionally.
姉失格ね。
乾さんに問題があったわけではなくて、自分の好きなものややりたいことを人に言うのって怖いんですよ。勇気が必要なんです。
Using this scene to also show his own character progression, since it directly relates to his own personal feelings from the first episode, and now he's able to freely express himself in this way.
スタジオの照明だけで撮ってみたんだけど、それが
Going into so much detail on everything from cosplay to smartphones to cameras and photography and even editing software. Have you gone mad? Obviously, you'd expect it from these talented guys and gals, since I've praised set design so much already, but it's always a win when there's pictures and picture frames. So often randomly blank they are.
二人で？
はい、恥ずかしいから秘密にしてほしいと言われたので。
ああね、そっか。うん。そっか。
もしもし、北川さん？
She's so cute when she's jealous.
健康的な下乳を見ると健康になれるから最高。
どういうことだろう？
Of course it's not on screen, but man oh man Veronica, that cosplay isn't gonna make it into this video, but it gets a win.
外やっばい。マジ汗だくだし。
So you all know me for the most part. I say what I think regardless of public opinion. I read that people actually had an issue with her applying tan. Yes, that's right. Do I have an issue with it? Absolutely not, no. People will go to any extreme to smear something. They want so desperately to spread hate or discourse onto every anime, video game or any other medium. On this channel, I'm about positive vibes, having fun. But all that aside, the fact that people called this out is laughable to me, so have a win.
てかさ、五条くん覗かないのかよ。
Shower scene. Man, I get why people thought I'd have trouble with this, but I'm a pro, you feel me?
どうですか？
できた。どう？見へん？
ああ、いい！すごくいいですね。
とりあえず水。あいった！頭打った。
大丈夫ですか？
なんでそんな挙動ってんの？
普段渋谷に来ないので、間違いで。
そんなことないって。だから服買おうぜ。私がコーデしてあげる。
Not only does she immediately start off by making him feel better once they arrive, but then she goes and offers to help him buy new clothes. She's the best and so kind. What a character! How come she's the best though?
そういえば頭打ったとか腫れ引いたからさ、ベロニカテのコスいつする？
俺は遠慮しておきます。北川さん一人でしてください。
急に意味わかんないんだけど、理由言ってよ。
今回だけはすみません。今までの衣装と比べて胸の部分の布の面積が少ないので。
もう重い空気出すから何かと思ったじゃん。着てる写真送ろっか。 冗談だし。
And one again for the end of a great episode centered on those two again, and I'm really enjoying the pacing of the show. Nothing feels rushed in their little budding romance.
日常系？
特に何も起こらないけど逆にそれがいいみたいな。
キャラクターの穏やかな日常生活を楽しむような。
それ穏やか。
They just perfectly encapsulated what I love so much about these kinds of anime. That was like poetry.
可愛い子限定って感じだし、キャラじゃないかなってさ。めっちゃガン見するじゃん。
さんなら似合うと思いますけど。好きなんですよね、リズくん。俺はいいと思いますよ。
五条くんがそう言うなら。
Just simple things like this mean a lot to them both. In this instance, it's him telling her in his own words that she is beautiful and could do any cosplay she wants, which obviously means the world to her.
おい、インマ。夜食やるから静かにしろよ。
Not only creating an anime within an anime previously, but now a manga. This is like a Rumikun.
ちーちゃん、俺は今ラブホテルにいます。
Plot twist!
ベッドでっか最高。
Honestly, this would never normally get a win, but I like random stuff, and her looking behind the TV is to me strangely hilarious.
ラブホだったよね。さっき外観見てやっと気づいたみたいな。
思えない。俺にそんな器用なことはできない。廃墟スタジオにはなかった。
泡風呂できるよ。一緒に入る？とか言って。
They really went all love is war with the creative editing during this episode.
ボタンがパールでめっ顔だし、襟の後ろハートで可愛さえぐい。襟マジ良き。
This new outfit.
てか、五条くんの衣装良すぎて正解しかないから。五条くんの衣装一番いいよ。
Ah, such kind words. I think the only other anime which equals this one in that regard is Oremonogatari, aka My Love Story. I cannot recommend that one enough.
もう一個食べていい？
北川さん。
最高。
北川さん。
Honestly, cannot get enough of how creatively they did these camera bits.
北川さん、今すぐ俺から降りてください。
I just couldn't help but laugh. Wow, they did that so well. That was proper realistic, bruh. First highly detailed citywide scenery shot.
そういえば北川さんって何のバイトをされてるんですか？
それは。
北川さん。
More kawaii.
もしもし、私今あなたの後ろにいるの。
That was actually creepy. Surprised at that? That was sick. Are you freaking kidding me with that sudden animation change? That was also sick.
足つけちゃおう。
それはさすがに。北川さん。北川さん。
私さ、砂浜に座って波の音聞きながら。
Him literally saving her life. Didn't see that coming. That's 50% of the win. And the other 50% is for choosing to take the time and effort to reflect the water onto their faces and the surrounding area.
私まだ終わってないお祭り探すから、あったら一緒に行かない？
はい、いいですよ。
I think another win for this anime is that there's never any awkwardness when it comes to them hanging out. In so many similar ones, it's like every hangout is arranged via the metaphorical pulling of teeth. Want me to go with you? Only if you want to. I'm not bothered. In this one, it's like, let's go see a movie. Okay.
気合い入れてセットと着付けしてもらったんだよね。ガチで点上げなんだけど、浴衣着てきてよかった。
This whole yukata scene, they're both so happy. I'm happy that they're happy, and I hope you're happy too. looked so damn good, that's getting a maximum 2 wins award. That rotating view was a thing of beauty, and then the fireworks looked so good mixed in as well.
近くで見ると音がこんなにも体に響いて、去年も一昨年もその前も俺は毎年部屋に一人でいて、なのに今年は
So incredibly sweet that he's gone from being someone alone all the time to this, spending so much time and energy with someone he cares about, experiencing new things and finding a whole new world of joy. Yup. Didn't think that'd happen.
ごめんね、五条くん。来年は絶対気をつけてくるから。
来年も
Just such simple words, but they mean everything to him. Next year means they'll be doing it all again, a whole other year together.
Mm. 五条くん、好きだよ。
Ah, that's incredibly sweet. Brilliant. I loved that so much. Have a final win here for an anime that really touched my heart. Made me feel all warm and fluffy inside, dealt with romance in a really unique way and avoided loads of the usual cliches. Just a really fun one to watch, and thanks to everyone who recommended a wins version since it was only voted in for a sins one. As always, a like and a comment go a really long way, and of course Patreon is always down below, where for $4 a month you can take part in every vote, including wins ones naturally. Thanks so much again for watching, and I'll see you in Season 2 in the future hopefully, or in whatever video you choose to watch next. Bird Without a Word, Nathan Burr, Ali 50, Darth Weirdo, Isael Caldera, Tyler, Ted L, Josh, Matt the Marshmallow, Kieran Robinson, Chris Harris, Jonas Stahl, Manolo Saucedo Munoz, Steelers, Matthew Blanchett, Kim Munt, Manuel Mireles, Conito, Dark Lord Bloody Soul, Blitzcloud, Keeper, Kepa, Jeffer6263, Magnus, Kevin Nelter, Brendan Krier, The Epic Amanda, Sentimento, Gaten 2000, Storm 970, Inakami and Water, Kaj Vorzelman, Sebastian Ramirez, Your Edvinson, Leaf Arm Hammer, Marquez.